but it should know that it has to display 3, right? Okay, moving on. What about some bullet points? It's a similar fashion, right? But it's an unordered list because there's no order. And you need to have some list items. And I'm just going to have one here, right? So you start with a UL tag, unordered list, and you end with a /UL to indicate the end of your list, right? And for each item, you will have LI for list item. And if I render that, you'll have that. And you can add as many elements or items as you want. Like that. And if you refresh, it'll show up. Okay. Questions? Alright, so for your next exercise, you will have that. Okay, so you will implement one ordered list and one unordered list, and you can find the text on the website that I just provided under text 2, I think, or text 3. Yeah. Yeah, you can just keep appending. So by the end of the workshop, you have that full list of things. Notice NYU is number 1. Okay, so let me get rid of that list. That? Is that what you got? Very good. So render it. This is what you should get. Okay, so wouldn't it be nice to put up some images on your website now, right? So let's move on to putting some images. Oh yeah? Okay. Good, good. Alright, so can I have some pictures, please? Yes, you can. It's not the picture you wanted? I'm sorry. Okay. Alright, so let's play with some pictures now. Alright, so I'm going to go back to my text editor, and I'm going to pull up my previous text over here. Right? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to surround that with the P tag to indicate a paragraph, right? And right next to it, right, I'm going to add a Tech@NYU logo, right? In order to add a picture, right, you have to have the picture in the same folder, same directory as your HTML file, right? You don't necessarily have to, but it's just easy that way, all right? So otherwise, you just have to indicate where that file is, right? Okay, so if you look at my Finder, right, I have this amazing logo on the same folder, right? For those who are board members, it's really cool logo, right? And I'm gonna put that logo on the website, right? So notice that I have a logo.png file, right? So your web browser can render pretty much any type of graphic files, right? So it doesn't matter if it's JPEG or GIF or PNG files, right? Should be able to render pretty much all image files. Right? So I'm going to go back to my browser or text editor, and I'm going to have an image tag, right? All right. So image tag right, does not contain any, or does not surround any images, right? It just displays images and it's it. That's why it ends with a slash in the end, right? So it starts with the tag img, indicating image, right? And you need to, specify source where that is, right? And for elt, it's for legacy, right? But back in the day, some browsers did not, were not able to display images, right? In such a case, your elt text sort of serves as a placeholder for your image, right? If your browser does not know how to render your images, the text is just going to show up, right? And you can indicate your width and height. It can be either pixels, as in px, or percent, as in percent of your actual image, right? And the border is optional. Not many people use it, so I'm gonna just ignore that. What it means is it's gonna put a border around your image, and it looks really ugly. So why use it?
Interesting little tidbit. Alt is still used currently by screen readers for visually impaired people
That's true.
to describe the pictures.
Thank you. So, like you've seen, right? The source was what? Logo.png, right? And for alt text, I'm gonna write logo, right? And I'm going to have a 70% width and 70% height, right? Okay, so I'm gonna save that. Okay. And I'm gonna go to my browser. I'm gonna refresh. Right, now I have my logo, right, up here. Okay. Well, it's at 70%. My web browser is just really large for presentation purpose. All right. So what happens? So when do you ever see your alt text? I can just turn off my image functionality on my web browser so that you guys can, for your viewing pleasure, right? So I'm gonna go to my options and I'm gonna go to my preference, and for my stuff, content settings, I'm gonna say do not show any images for now, right? Okay. And that's it. I'm gonna close it. Okay. I'm gonna go to my website again. Right? I'm gonna refresh it. And now it says logo, right? Because I chose not to show any images on my web browser, right? It now renders my alternative text instead of the actual image, right? And there's a little icon that shows there's no image up here. And show that. And now it's back on. Excellent.
Yeah, so as long as they get to the actual URL.
Okay, so you're gonna see that picture again. So here's the summary of your image tag, right? And here's your next task, right? So I have this little chemistry icon up here on the website. So you can just right click on it and save the image as a local file. Put it on the same folder as your HTML file, right? And should be 30 pixels high and 30 pixels wide, right?
How do we put it on?
Oh, so there's an image on the website.
Yeah, how do we save file?
Right click on the image, save image as, and save it. I have changed the name of the image file to be this, but you can have any name you want as long as the file name matches whatever you put up there, right? And I have specified my strip or attribute to be something, and my height is 30 pixels and width is of course 30 pixels squared, right? So if I render that on my web browser, you should be able to get that. Right? Pretty little class icon up there.
Yeah.
Alright, moving on. Okay, so now this is the highlight of today's workshop. You're going to learn how to make links on your web page. So that's a true definition of HTML, right? Hypertext. And wouldn't it be exciting to have links on your website, right? So, okay, so let's have some links here, right? And of course, we're going to start out with a little tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my Einstein text. Right? Okay, so I want to link a Wikipedia article on Einstein, you know, on the round word Einstein, so that, you know, if a user wants to know more about Einstein, you can go there and learn more, right? The way you do it is by writing a anchor tag, which is A, right? And you end it with a /A, right? Where that hyper text should end, right? And now you should give it a location of where that, you know, the destination is, and that attribute is href, right? And inside the double quotes, you specify the location of wherever that is. It could be your file, it could be any web address, right? But I'm gonna have a Wikipedia page. I'm gonna have Wikipedia. So the way it is it's gonna surround the word Einstein's, right, with the hypertext that takes you to this web page, right? Does that make sense? So this anchor tag surrounds, you know, Einstein, the word Einstein, and it's gonna change into a link on your website that'll take you to this destination over here, right? Okay. So let's go to web browser and reload, right? So now the Einstein is a different color and has, you know, underlined. And if I click on it, right? No, little here it says it's gonna direct me to this particular location, right? And I click on it, and I get Einstein, right? Okay, so one thing about this is that it opens a new page on your current sort of window, so it's annoying because you have to go back to your old site